and their tables are outside in the lobby area. And please visit them when we have a break during lunch hour, what have you, because they deserve that you come and say hello to them. At this point, I want to introduce one of the co-founders of the Latino Social Work Task Force, a brilliant educator and an inspiring leader and a very good friend for many, many years, Dr. Carmen Hendricks. I just wanted to find what I had written here. Here it is. Just so you have a little bit of a background about Carmen Hendricks. Dr. Carmen Hendricks is the past president of the New York City chapter of NASW. It was a pleasure working with Carmen at that time. And she has just begun her appointment at Yeshiva University as interim dean of the Wertzweiler School of Social Work. This appointment makes her the first Latina dean of a School of Social Work in New York City. Carmen is a founding member of the Latino Social Work Task Force, and she is perhaps best known for her scholarship on culturally competent social work practice, especially in the arena of child welfare, and her expertise on working with Latino communities. Carmen is going to give us a presentation at this point, and then we'll move us into the first panel discussion, and we'll serve as moderator at that point. Carmen?
Buenos dias. I am thrilled to be here. There are so many people in this audience that I know, Hunter graduates, Wertzweiler students, child welfare students and workers, child welfare, you represented here. And this morning's conference, this afternoon's conference, it's such an impressive group of presenters that we should all be so very proud. And I hope this works. All right, okay. So my job is to set the tone for the first forum, which is approaches to social welfare in challenging times. I'll make a few remarks, and then I'll invite the panelists to come up. They'll make brief remarks, and we have microphones on either side of the room so that there will be an opportunity for Q&A, questions, comments, reactions. You've heard about the goals of the Latino Social Work Task Force. We've been very consistent, ensuring that the Latino community has access to relevant and appropriate human services. We've been a voice for the Latino community, increasing the numbers of bilingual, bicultural, and culturally competent social work professionals. Our most important partners are all the deans and directors of 7 social work programs in the city that have sat with us over the 10 years, and fundraising for scholarship and mentorship programs that help recruit, retain, and graduate Latino social workers, BSWs, MSWs, and PhDs. This has been the goal, and we've had some success. In just 7 years, Bob, I have to correct you, the Latino Social Work Task Force has awarded 70 scholarships to 55 students, amounting to $343,000. And that includes the matches from the 7 social work programs. We started right here in 2002, right in this room, for the first public policy forum. In 7 years, we've held a number of fundraising, scholarship, luncheons, and dinners. It's been slow but steady, and we've had a number of important partners. I just have to use this picture. because Carmen Hendricks was one of the keynote speakers at one of our dinners. And those are our two co-chairs, and I think it's a wonderful picture to show the leadership within the Latino community and on the task force. Do we have Latino leaders? I think we've made inroads in the arts. Frida Kahlo, I love her because she paints strong women. And a Mexican artist who is world-renowned, like Jennifer Lopez and others. We have representation in government. Ciro Rodriguez just stepped down in January as a congressman from Texas and a social worker. He's made an important contribution in the Congress. And yes, we have our own Sonia Sotomayor, a Puerto Rican from the Bronx, and someone we can all admire. But I want each and every one of you to look around this room. Look to your left, look to your right. You are the future leaders of our profession. You need to think about the fact, 10 years from now, you should be up here speaking about the progress of the Latino Task Force and what we have accomplished in the next decade. So, we just had a census. How many Hispanics? And Census 2010, we were again the stars of the census. 50.5 million Hispanics. We account for more than half of the nation's growth in the past decade. And Hispanics should surpass the 2050 estimate of 29% of the U.S. population. We will probably be over 30% of the U.S. population. And this does not make a lot of people happy. We have strength in numbers. But this is a very interesting statistic that I found just a week ago from the National Center for Education Statistics. Because of our growth, it projects that between 2009 and 2020, the rate of increase for Hispanic Latino enrollments, 46%, in undergraduate, graduate, and PhD programs will outpace those of all other racial groups. 25% for African Americans and Asian American Pacific Islanders, 1% for white students, and a drop of 1% for American Indian Alaskan students. The task force has its finger on the pulse. This is the population that will be going to undergraduate, graduate, PhD programs, BSW, MSW, and PhD programs in social work. And we need to attract them to our profession. Now, the toll of the Great Recession, you heard Carmen Hendricks speak about it, we all feel it. Everybody in this room feels the economy and its impact. But Hispanic household wealth fell by 66% in just 4 years, 2005 to 2009. Median household wealth among Hispanics fell from $18,359 in 2005 to currently $6,325. Now, a lot of that is based on the fact that Hispanics tend to work for minimum wage jobs. And we know that the minimum wage has not gone up very much in many years. And the percentage drop of 66% was the largest for any racial ethnic group in the United States. So the recession is hitting our people even harder. But I do have some good news to report. The Latino electorate. More than 6.6 million Latinos voted in last year's election, a record for a midterm election. Fueled by their rapid population growth, Latinos also were a larger share of the electorate in 2010 than in any previous midterm election, representing 6.9% of all voters, up from 5.8% in 2006. We have power in numbers, we have power in voting, and we will make a difference in the 2012 election. and you will see that the politicians will be paying attention to the Latino vote. And this is one of my favorite pictures. They tend to think that Latinos are all recent immigrants. But you need to know that many of us have been here many generations. And today we march, tomorrow we vote. That is a very powerful message to be giving our government, our local and national government. So why all these anti-immigrant sentiments?